और हम यहाँ पर है कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी में फिर से। बिगिनिंग पार्ट ऑफ द डे थोड़ा स्लो होता है, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग द आफ्टरनून, ज़ोहर का वक्त पे, लेकिन उसके बाद सब कुछ ठीक हो जाता है जैसे कभी हो चुका है। और तुम्हें पता है आसमान देखने से कितना मज़ा आता है। मैं दिखाता हूँ तुम लोगों को, देखिए, isn't this beautiful and clouds are so near, if I think about it. Let's see you later. मेरे ख्याल से कश्मीर में तुम्हें सिनेमैटिक शॉट्स लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि तुम एक बार अगर नीचे कैमरा रखो और देखो तो मेरे ख्याल से इधर से अच्छे कोई सिनेमैटिक शॉट्स नहीं मिलेंगे तुम्हें पूरी दुनिया में। अगर मैं कैमरा का नीचे वाला पार्ट नीचे रखूँ तो तुम देखो ये कितना ब्यूटीफुल लगता है, लेकिन अगर मैं असल में कहूँ तो मैं सिर्फ ग्रास है, देखने में ये बड़ा खूबसूरत लगता है, बट लुक एट इट। और ये लकड़ी मैंने उठाई, ये भारी लकड़ी 10,000 kg, और इससे मैंने अपना मोबाइल तोड़ा। कहाँ गया कैमरा की तरफ आ गया, तोड़ा था। अब देखिए ये लकड़ी कितनी छोटी है और मैं कितना ये is a beautiful things that you can do with your camera. Look at how beautiful this all is. I think you should, just come out in the nature sometimes, and just sit on the grass and observe. It will calm your mind. Obviously, the most calming thing in the day is namaz, and everything should be revolving around namaz. But there are beautiful things apart from namaz too, and that is Allah's nature, Allah's creations, humans as well. अच्छे इंसान अच्छे लगते हैं लोगों को, और बुरे इंसान बुरे लगते हैं, लेकिन ये सब अल्लाह की क्रिएशन है। अच्छाई भी अल्लाह की क्रिएशन है, बुराई भी अल्लाह की क्रिएशन है। तुम चूज़ करो तुम क्या करना चाहते हो, जो अल्लाह को पसंद है या जिससे तुम अपने आप को घाटे में डालोगे। सो ब्यूटीफुल राइट। इसलिए ये फ्लावर पे थोड़ा फोकस करते हैं। इसको काटेंगे नहीं, क्योंकि अगर मैं ऐसे देखूँ ना नॉर्मली तो ये काटने में कोई झिझक नहीं करूँगा, लेकिन कैमरा पे इतना ब्यूटीफुल दिख रहा है, एक सेंस से फोकस नहीं आ रहा। ये मैं एक सोलो फोटोग्राफर हूँ, मुझे ना इतना प्रेशर कीजिए। फ्रेंड्स वहाँ पर है, लेकिन वी आर सैवेज गाइस, हम इधर से जाएंगे। The best thing about being in Kashmir is that you always know that you're not in the most beautiful place. I'm just in an average place. The best thing about being here is that see कितना खूबसूरत है ये सब कुछ, and you appreciate it even more when you go into a place like Delhi. When you enter Delhi, there is a weird kind of smell. I don't know what that smell should be called. It's like a rotting smell. But the thing is that the most beautiful thing to think is, I am getting my words right, is that when you are traveling and when you're walking in this beautiful place, seeing these beautiful mosques, even though they are so simple, and seeing these beautiful islands, mountains, when you walk in this place and you think, wow, it's so beautiful, but the most beautiful thing that is more beautiful in my mind is that I know that the places I'm walking from are not the most beautiful places in Kashmir, because the most beautiful places are, the tourist places. But you look at it, it's like, it's not even a tourist place, it's just a university. And all places in Kashmir, if just barely maintained places in Kashmir, are very beautiful. Look at these flowers, these are so beautiful, and we should appreciate it. And again, I'll tell you that you will appreciate it even more. There are many things that will make you appreciate things more. One of those things is being into a garbage dump. I don't want to call Delhi a garbage dump. I love Delhi. Of course, this I'm saying because many people would kill me if I call Delhi a garbage dump, but I'll not call it a garbage dump. That's very rude. Delhi is, and how to put it? It's not a very beautiful place. So being in a very not beautiful place will make you appreciate beautiful places even more. Look at this, my God. So this is one thing. Another thing is that you expect less. Yes, even in a place so beautiful, your expectations should be less. Why should your expectations be less? It's a question. Why should your expectations be less? Because, let's first deviate from this and ask ourselves, how can we lessen our expectations? Because it's easy to say, see that it's a crow, bolna aasan hai. It's very easy to say that we should lessen our expectations, but how do we do that? Because that's in itself a big challenge. How can we expect less things? When you believe in Allah, when you believe in God, and not just believe. I used to believe 2 years ago as well, but did I really believe? In Surah Baqarah it is written, there are some people who say we believe, but they do not truly believe. They do not. They just say we believe. So do not be that kind of a believer. If you're a believer, you must be practicing. It's impossible for a true believer to not be practicing. And how do you practice? How do you be a true believer? You are a Muslim. There is no other choice. I have tried it. I have, tried it. Singing doesn't make me a good believer. Worshipping everything doesn't make me a good believer, doesn't make me a believer. The only thing that makes me believer is Islam. What is Islam? Well, I'll not tell you everything, but I'll tell you the first things that come to my mind while I think about Islam. The first things that come into my mind while I think about Islam is no fear. It's opposite to the public view, because when I think about Islam, the first thing that comes into my mind is, I'm not afraid anymore. There's no fear. The only thing I fear is God. Okay? This is the only thing. But if you truly live by this, nobody can, be a true Muslim, but you can try to be as true as you can. So, when you have no fear, you don't fear shame, you don't fear people, you just fear God. You do righteous deeds in the name of God, irrespective of what people feel. So then you're free. Then you must realize, I've said this again and again, restrictions are meant to free you. They're not meant to enslave you. They say, oh, premarital sex is banned, masturbation is banned. Why is this so... Why is Islam so, restricted? Why do you want to enslave your believers? The truth is, Allah wants to free us, because these things will enslave us. This is the truth. And you may realize it today, and you may realize it 60 years from now. A topper, you can just think about it. A person who tops the exam, he restricts himself, right? He doesn't, how to put it? He doesn't play, he doesn't have fun, he just studies and studies and studies. So, in the end, the person who doesn't study, and in the end who doesn't restrict himself, the person, he becomes maybe on a lower post. He becomes poor. And the person who works hard, restricts himself from pleasures, I would say shaitan, restricts himself from shaitan, what happens to the person? He succeeds, right? Irrespective of you're a Muslim or not, right? So, what are restrictions meant to do? They're meant to free you, not do something bad to you, no. So, and many times, there is a repulsion while you do sajda, while you do sujood, while you read Quran, while you read the translation of Quran. You're like, why this, why that? Listen to me again. There are some things that are stuck into my mind right now, that it's not your intellect that disagrees with Quran, it's your immaturity that disagrees with Quran. And how to agree with Quran is by submitting your will to God. And when you submit your will to God, you just understand that how wrong you were. And how do you submit yourself to God? You offer namaz, you believe in Allah, you truly believe in Allah, you fear no one but Allah. So when you do this, you're truly free. And then you realize that the person who was you at in past, who was disagreeing with Quran, he was actually a bad person. He was not the right person. And look at the honeybees. I love honeybees, you know. These are my favorite animals. Insects. Honeybees are my favorite. You know, they don't harm. When I was a child, I used to think they harm people and they do bad things. But the truth is, they will never harm you if you don't harm them. So you have to not interfere with them. You don't have to beat them. You don't have to make them go away. You have to live with them. You have to treat them as companions. And for the matter of fact, everything you have to treat gently. In everything, not just with honeybees, with babies, with people. You have to treat everyone gently. And that is what our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. I might have forgotten that expect less, but I haven't. I remembered it. Expect less. Now I have told you how to expect less. You have to find happiness in not material things but Allah. So by this you expect less, but now expect less. When you know, why should you expect less? The truth is, why should you expect less? You should expect everything. You should expect happiness and pleasure and everything. Go to sex and do bad things and go get the pleasure. The truth, I again started using these words like the truth is. But why should you expect less? Why? It's a good question, right? Why shouldn't you expect everything? Who do you expect less from? You expect less from things that, do not have more to give. The only thing that can give you should not call it thing. The only one who can give you more than you can think is Allah. So expect more, but only from Allah, not from material things, not from mountains. Okay, I'll go to a trip and I'll get some miraculous happiness. I'll have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and I'll get some miraculous happiness. This doesn't work like this. So why should you expect less? Because, again, why? I told you. See, you are also confused. I know you're confused. I'm deliberately asking you why. You should question yourself. Why should I expect less? Why shouldn't I expect everything? Because everything is less. The more you start to take from material things, the more you lose your soul. And the more you start expecting from Allah, the more you start worshipping Allah, the more your soul fulfills itself. Am I saying everything right, or just I'm just lost in words? Maybe not. But I think I am saying what I feel. And I sometimes feel I am stupid. And I think stupid people are very intelligent because, 99.99999% atheists consider themselves above the believers and the religious people, but 99.9999999% atheists are just as unsuccessful and more depressed and more sad than the believers. A believer, true believer, can never be sad. It's impossible. I'm not saying he cannot, face grief. No, I'm saying the sadness, the depression. It's not possible for a believer, because maybe it is for some. Maybe for some there is a big test, but for most, they believe in the Almighty Allah. So what is there to fear? What is there to grieve when you have Allah with yourself? The only point where you feel sad, a believer feels sad, is when he starts to do something wrong, when he starts to disconnect with Allah. And to connect with Allah, see, now no other religion tells you this. No other religion tells you this, how to connect with Allah. Some people will say you go on mountains. Someone from other religions will tell you, Spend your life in a monastery. Spend your life in a place where you become nuns and priests. Islam doesn't work like this. In my opinion, Islam is the most compatible religion with the modern world, because you can be connected to Allah in day-to-day life. And how do you do that? Which religion tells you? Tell me which religion. You can write in comments. I know you cannot reply to on this video. I know there are some people, tell me, but then they don't listen, like Arnav Goswami. But I will listen to you. You can tell in comments. But which other religion tells you that you can be connected with Allah all the time without leaving the life, without totally going to mountains, going to church, going to mandirs, and spending your life in a Sadguru's ashram? Which other religion tells you this? That without doing all this, you can be just as connected to Allah than the imam in the mosque, than the priest. The only religion that tells you this is Islam. How do you do this? Offer namaz, leave everything at the time of namaz, 5 times a day. Just 5 times a day, and you will be as connected with Allah as maybe a Maulvi Sahib, as maybe a Mufti. And go, I've not completed yet. Offer namaz 5 times a day. Recite Quran. Try to recite Quran as beautifully as you can. Try to recite Quran with heart as much as you can. And try to understand the meaning of Quran. Try to worship Allah. This is the only religion that tells you this. It doesn't tell you that you should leave. No. There was a man at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I think there was not only one, but there were many. But first we will do another savage thing. Because you're savage guys. I've seen that video of the Slave Point channel. You're savage guys. So those 2-3 people, they left the world and they started only worshipping Allah. So their wives came complaining. And they're like, hey, what have you done to them? They've left their home, they just worship Allah and go and offer namaz and stay in the masjid all the time. And what did Prophet Muhammad say? Did he say, oh yeah, they're submitting their will to God? What do they want to do more? What should they do more? They are already righteous. Why are you taking them from the right path? No. Subhanallah. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wait, there is a person. I'm very shy to talk on camera in front of people. So what did he say? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to them, those people, I don't remember the exact words. Look at the bird chirping. He advised them and he told them to go back, because they're leaving the test. They're just leaving every duty of their life and just doing one thing in their life, which is wrong. You must remember this. You have a responsibility towards the world. You have the responsibility to do righteous deeds. You have the responsibility to marry. Islam is the only religion that tells you to marry. And that's a girl that saw me recording the video. It's so funny. Islam is the only religion, I would call it deen, which has kept it as an obligation for a man to marry and for a woman also to marry, to come to do Hajj, to take care of your family. And this is the only religion that has made this compulsory. The rest all the religions, if you want to connect more with God, leave family, go to mountain, become a sannyasi. Modi ji is a sannyasi, right? He left his wife. Never mind. I don't want to disrespect. I know when I say these things, it automatically disrespects other religions. But all I want to do is promote my religion, Islam. Yeah, that's the truth. I love my religion, Islam, and I want more people to understand this is the truth. There is nothing false in this. And here are some beautiful flowers, and this is where I end this video. Bye. So I'll leave now. My bike is there. Ping. I'll wear helmet. You'll see my helmet look. Am I visible? Yes, I have to go to my grandfather's place and I love going there. Wait. Oh, there is some problem. Wait, I'm back. Wait. What happened? Ay. Yes. So here I am. Here I am riding the bike. Hello. और हम आ चुके हैं वापस अपने घर। इंशाल्लाह हम पहुंचेंगे घर। अगर एक्सीडेंट नहीं हुआ, मैं बाइक पे वीडियो बना रहा हूँ। अरे भैया मर गया, कुत्ता है ये। और हम चल रहे तेज 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 तेज। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मुझे हो जाना चाहिए, खुदा ना खास्ता। और ये पहुंचे हम घर। और ये अरे भैया मार दिया। अरे
شريف انسان بالشكاش لا الله كسر